teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Cleveland Browns. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 5. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Even with that broken tackle, can't get very far. Stops short of the 30. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And an alley to run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
High 7.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to get that one into the hands of Christian McCaffrey. But it'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down? The offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Let's go. At their own 17-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Set. 60 outlaw. General West. Snap.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to take a shot right away for touchdown, Vikings. Christian McCaffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. He got 29 yards that time. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Throwing now is Murray. This is caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Will Fuller, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And it's third down.
Let's go. 60 or. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. 60, go.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And that's caught by Smith. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On the ground, it's Cook. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Cook. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
Ready, break.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
With the score Browns 14, Vikings 6.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They'll drop the throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on here to punt it away. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it, escaping the pressure right. Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2. McCaffrey will try to run it in, and he's not going to get there. So they come up empty on the 2-point conversion, and they are unable to tie up this football game. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Henry. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Murray. He's got Fuller. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Murray now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. In for the score. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. But that was well executed.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Like a freight train off the edge, Calais Campbell with a sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now a run with Cook. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Looking to throw. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray going to throw. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Murray. And his throw here's incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target. And it's 3rd and short. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Murray now. Oh, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Watch the safety creep. Go, go.
2nd and 10. Open here, Adam Thielen. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
He'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Back to throw here. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. Back to throw as they have now chopped this lead down. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Browns drive about to get started. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath, nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're down 3, under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But boy, getting in a field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
That one good for 26 and a 1st down. Now Zane Gonzalez for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and that will knock things up here late in the first half. Well, maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game will just start all over.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. A final shot before half from Murray. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, and ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long. Murray with a third and long. He's letting this one go for Fuller. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. It's complete to Hopkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Ready.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Eluding the pressure right. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. They'll look to throw. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he is going to be stopped at the 12, short of the first down. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now back to throw. He's got it. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This is taken near the 13.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Murray escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Tighten up.
And here we go on 4th down with Murray. Steps away to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 29. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Going deep for Hopkins. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. On the return is Williams. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. On 2nd and 11 now. Murray, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Murray. It's complete to Fuller. Call that a very strong gain of 24. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL?
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Give the sack there to Jake Ryan. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And a quick throw here that's complete. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Dancing to his left. And this is caught at the 8. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak. Not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up. They're
turned away on 4th and goal. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. On the carry, it's Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Bullet high. Hey, Foxtrot. Mike, 57. Go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop the throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
A simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the...
It's caught at the 10. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. 47 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. They'll run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now
it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. Forced out to his left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Murray again, 2nd and 10. He's got Fuller. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Murray. He finds his target, Fuller. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Now Murray again steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray dancing to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jake Ryan picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Murray now to throw, being chased out left. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Browns make some inroads here on that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. And the Vikings hands team able to recover. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Set 70, Indy. Hey, high 7. 57's right. Hey, Sam on. Let's see what you got. Shoot, watch the shoot. Snap.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 45 yards. yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants them to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing.
And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. Murray fighting, lost the football, and the Vikings pick up the football. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this